At 4, we're seeing on the top, look at this, breaking news, economic news we're talking about, whiplash on the Wall Street, just continuing. U.S. stocks falling again after President Donald Trump doubled down on his tariffs. The Dow plunging now more than 300 points, and the S&P 500, look at it here. I mean, it's just kind of moving as we are paying attention to this second by second. Coming off of its worst week, though, since COVID, but earlier today we saw stocks spike after a false report of a tariff pause. So now Trump is now threatening more tariffs on China, and this happening on social media, that he released an ultimatum, which was rescind the retaliatory tariffs on the U.S. or face additional 50% tariffs. Well, the tariff turmoil now creating uncertainty for investors and retirement plan holders. The Wall Street Fear Index soaring to a rare crisis level right now as stocks now plunge. You just saw right there for a third consecutive trading day. Well, our Queen City News Chief Business Correspondent Taylor Young joining us now to be able to break all this down. So Taylor, a lot of twists and turns just over the last couple of days.
Yeah, Alicia, for a lot of Americans, this is a really scary time. What we are experiencing, to put it frankly right now, is unprecedented to see this much loss in such a short period of time over something that is entirely policy driven. But when we have gone through these difficult periods in the past, like the financial crisis of 2008, the downturn following the pandemic, and every time markets have rebounded and investors have lived to invest another day. And it's easy now to look back at those catastrophic times in the market and say everything's going to eventually be okay. But when you're in the midst of it, there can be a lot of uncertainty and confusion. Even just this morning, we saw the market swing dramatically from plunging at opening bell, then soaring, then sinking again as Wall Street reacted to false rumors that the Trump administration was putting a pause on tariffs. This highlights that right now investors are grasping at straws, looking for any sign of hope that the administration is going to walk these policies back. Now, I did speak with a financial expert who says this unpredictability is what's causing so much chaos in the market right now.
If the Trump administration just said, just kidding, it's over, the market is going to go, back to where it was, probably higher. But because this is controllable, I think that, the markets are they're not sure how to proceed, given that this could be turned off at any time.
All right, Taylor, so let's talk about this. Given that the market's so volatile right now, as you just mentioned right now, what can investors do to protect their retirements? We're talking about the 401ks out there.
Yeah, really not panicking is the first step. But really, we have to break it down into two categories here. So you have your younger investors, your 20, your 30, your 40-year-olds even, who are going to be, having their 401k plans really for the next 2, 3, 4 decades. And financial experts say these are the kind of people that should maybe not do anything drastic and kind of go with the flow, because if you are not accessing that money for decades, this could just be another blip on the radar. But if you are in the secondary category, which is the people around that retirement age, this is where you might want to kind of look at your individual circumstances. How is the market going to impact my income over the next year or so? And if this is something that you are losing sleep over, maybe it's best to hire a financial expert to kind of look over it. But again, given the fact that this is, extremely uncertain right now, it's on top of many American minds, just don't do anything that's out of the ordinary. Right. Don't panic and don't make rash decisions, because that could result in you kind of locking in these losses where they are right now.
Okay.